How's it going, everybody? We have a breaking development here in the Aaron J. Danielson case. If you remember, he was the member of Patriot Prayer who was gunned down by an Antifa member a few days ago in Portland. And that Antifa member's name was Michael Reinhold, and he was on a special tonight on Vice because, that's what the liberal left does. They have no right or wrong. They condemn the kid in Kenosha as this violent right-wing psycho, even though he's clearly on film in self-defense. He's being attacked in all three cases. It's on film, irresputable. He most likely is going to beat that, I would imagine. But this one, which is also on film, you see here, he is not being attacked. He actually shoots the guy from behind. He gets a special on Vice. So Vice, they're gonna do a nice little interview with him.
I had no choice. I mean, I had a choice. I could have sat there and watched them kill a friend of mine of color. But I wasn't going to do that. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. My name's Michael Forrest Reinell. Born and raised Portland, Oregon. 48 years old. Lots of lawyers suggest that I shouldn't even be saying anything, but I feel it's important that the world at least gets a little bit of what's really going on, because there's been a lot of propaganda put out there. What I will say is that I felt that my life and other people around me's lives were in danger. And I felt like I had no choice but to do what I did.
So as you heard right there, he admits on Vice that he did the shooting. He's always said I had to do it. It was in self-defense. Well, it's on camera, and that one clearly isn't on self-defense. He's not getting attacked by a 5-time pedophile. He's not on the ground getting smashed in the head with a skateboard by a guy who beat and strangled a woman. He doesn't have a guy standing over him with a gun, just to name a few examples of what self-defense looks like. He's just standing there. He just pulls out a gun and shoots the guy. And then Vice, they're going to interview him and do a special on him. Since he's such a nice guy, admitted murderer and all, who was arrested in June for doing 111 miles an hour while drunk with his son in the car, and has 2 previous illegal firearm charges to boot. So, real pillar of society. But now we have an update from about 10 p.m. tonight, where it says suspect in fatal shooting of right-wing activist in Portland killed by police. All right, so a man suspected of fatally shooting a Trump supporter in downtown Portland last week. Well, he admitted it on camera on Vice, so no reason to suspect anymore. It says that he was killed in the state of Washington on Thursday night when authorities tried to arrest him. The Pierce County Sheriff's Office told Como News that the suspect came out of an apartment in Lacey, Washington, got into a vehicle, and that shots were fired during a traffic stop. The suspect was killed in the gunfire, authorities say. No officers were injured in the shooting. You see, here's some footage that someone had taken of him lying on the ground. Right, so that's some pretty crazy stuff. Initial reports are saying that he had a gun and 40 to 50 shots went off. I imagine he had fired at them, although I don't think that has been determined yet. And who knows what's going to happen? Are they going to riot for this guy, even though he's the one that was evading arrest? Maybe. I mean, maybe not, since he's white. And they have no respect for white people. I don't know why any white people would march with them. Even if you believe in what they're saying, they hate your guts. Even like the Portland mayor, Ted Wheeler. He went out and he marched with Black Lives Matter and he was a part of it all. Came out here and did his whole thing. Doesn't matter, because they showed up at his apartment complex and started terrorizing him. Which now he's going to move out. He's going to move out of the city once it's all done. Well, it must be nice. There's a lot of people who live in Portland right now, scared for their life, who I'm sure can't just up and move. Not everyone can just up and move somewhere. It's up to you as mayor to put a stop to this, and you have it. Still makes his little digs at Trump. Even telling the way he was trying to talk people out of this is telling them, oh, guys, you're just making it easier for Trump to be reelected. They're going to use this footage on his reelection videos. You're damn right we are. Do something about this. And Trump has told him and the governor many times, you say the word, we will have National Guard there. It'll be stopped in a half an hour. They won't do it because this is something else. This is something else to it. This is all clearly being funded. I mean, look at this guy. He was already arrested for fighting with cops, including pointing a rifle at a cop, and he was bailed right out. And then, of course, they arrested him again with the flamethrower. Funny how all these places just so easily going up in flames. But they arrested him this time with a flamethrower. And, of course, he crawled into the fetal position and cried like a little girl. Just like the leader of Chaz when he was finally arrested. But these are funded, organized events. And here's someone who's bragging on camera about having the phone number to call to get right out of jail if you get arrested.
Let me see your arm real quick. This is something you're seeing on people. Now, why do you have this?
Because the National Lawyers Guild has us all hooked up, man. You go to jail, fuck them. You just call this number with your one phone call. I'm gonna get this tattooed. The Northwest Bail Fund is fucking flooded right now, flush with cash, and they just get you right the fuck out. My buddy Jesse got in on 2 felonies, like fucking 12 counts on shit, right, including assaulting an officer. He was out that day. No sweat.
So you heard him. According to him, the National Lawyers Guild is bailing everyone out. The interviewer said it right there. We're seeing this on everyone. They got the number tattooed right on them. This is being funded. This is not organic. This is an act of warfare. And again, these people are being bussed and flown in, and they're getting put up literally like little war encampments. So you see here, this guy happened upon one, what he thinks is one, and he seems to recognize a guy. Watch this.
We're close to Hawthorne Bridge, I believe it to be, right in between Hawthorne Bridge and Burnside Bridge. But I've been wondering where this large crowd of agitators has been coming from for the last 90 days. And I think I discovered where such a large crowd of agitators can house themselves and stage themselves for such a long period of time and still be able to be so close to the center of action every single night. This is a war encampment. A number of these individuals have been sent to Kenosha, but this is a legitimate issue right here, I would say. Right there, violent. That's the same violence that they show every single night. You guys do that every night, right? I knew it. Yep. This is where they house the rioters. This is where the rioters are housed. Yep. And they all look over there. Look at that look. That's a look of violence. Every single night. Oh, there's Trumpet Man. There's Trumpet Man right there. I knew it. This is where they house every single rioter. Okay, it's official. Housed by the city. No, I'm coming down, brother. You don't gotta throw nothing at me. Hey, look at that. Man's about to shoot me with a slingshot. He's such a dumbass. Couldn't even hit a fucking thing right in front of him. Continue on.
Guy cracks me up. So this is a thing. This is a whole funded thing. They got encampments. They got people to bail them out. This is why it's been going on nonstop in Portland. It seems to be where most of this is being run out of. You got Vice running sympathy pieces for you if you happen to shoot somebody. We think it's a coincidence that Vice just so happened to get an interview with this guy right away. Come on. This is one big setup. But once again, quick update. Michael Reinhold, the cold-blooded killer who murdered Aaron J. Danielson for no reason, simply because he was a right-wing Trump supporter, was killed tonight after an encounter with Portland cops. And hopefully the more people that see just how pre-planned this all is and how set up everything is, the more people will begin to reject this insanity, so we don't have to have any more of these instances in the first place. You guys have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. And don't forget, before you leave, to come here to the landing page, hit that subscribe button, and also subscribe to my backup channels, along with my BitChute, for deleted content and exclusive content. Where we go one, we go all.